Good evening students, and I welcome you to my YouTube Edu channel The Guru Upanishad. Okay, today in this video I'll especially discuss the question and answers, okay, of chapter number 2 of class 10th book First Flight. Okay, the chapter is A Long Walk to Freedom, and in my previous video I have already discussed the oral comprehensions of this lesson. So we'll discuss the question answers in the exercise. Come on to page number 24 students, and the first question is why did such a large number of international leaders attend the inauguration? What did it signify the triumph of? Okay, before 10th May 1994, what shall we write in the answer? Before 10th May 1994, South Africa faced an inhumane system of apartheid, but under the leadership of Nelson Mandela and many other freedom fighters, the black people won their emancipation. The black people won their emancipation, and a freely elected non-racial government was formed. Along with it, Nelson Mandela also made some bilateral or diplomatic relations with many countries. It was not only victory of South Africa, but it was a victory of world. Various other countries at that time were facing such kind of suppression. So it was an important victory for them, and they went South Africa to applaud Nelson Mandela and be a witness. Okay, and it was a triumph of mankind, humanity and dignity. Got it? Next question, students. What does the Mandela mean when he say he is simply the sum of all those African patriots who had gone before them? Okay, when Nelson Mandela says that he is simply the sum of all those African patriots who had gone before them, he refers to several other freedom fighters who have invested or sacrificed their everything, their life, their money, their family, for the social cause of emancipation of black people. Okay, like as Oliver Tambo, Walter Sisulu, Chief Lutholis, Yusuf Dadus, Bram Fisher, etc. And they were the people who encouraged and supported Nelson Mandela always during his long walk to the freedom. Okay, he says this because without the support of various other freedom fighters, that social cause, that noble cause could not have been achieved, and South Africa might not have been seen its autumn day on 10th May 1994. Next question, students. Would you agree that the depth of operation create heights of character? Yes, I am fully agreeing this statement. I fully agree to this statement that depth of operation creates heights of character. Next part of this question, how does Mandela illustrate this? Can you add your own example to the argument? I fully agree that depth of operation creates height of character. As we all know, that finest of the gold come out of the fierce fire. Okay? In the same way, the unintentionally operation done on the blacks by white people gave them such a strength to fight for their family, fight for their brother, fight for their sister, and fight for the society, that they emerged into such great characters. Like as Nelson Mandela is the biggest example, and he also take the names of Tambos, Walter Sislus, Chief Lithulis, Yusuf Dados, Bram Fisses, Robert Sobukwe, and many more. He compares them better than the purest diamond found in the South Africa. Purest diamond found in South Africa. Okay? This shall be the answer for this question. And one more part, can you add your own example? Okay? We have so many examples in our life. Not in our life, but we have also seen the same examples in the independence fight of India. Who does not know Bhagat Singh, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Swami Vivekananda, and many more? Okay? How did Mandela's understanding of freedom change with age and experience? The understanding of freedom till the youth age was transitory for Nelson Mandela. As a child, he thought that he was free because he just obeys his father, respected his family, and he did whatever he willed. Like as he played in the open sky, he ride the buffalo back, he lived in his hut, ate whatever he wanted. He loved to cook the flesh, okay, in open sky, and then eat along with his family. As soon as he grew up in a teenager, he thought that there were some restriction because he wanted to pursue the study course as per his own interest. When he became a young one, his sense of freedom again changed. He thought that to marry a girl of his own choice and to stay late night outings and to pursue his own interest of occupation would be perhaps a better freedom. But after that, when he observed the salvation of his brother and sister, of whole black people, of his community, of his society, his sense for freedom changed. And there he understood what the real freedom was. The real freedom that a human should have was not being given in that particular place. Okay? And then he considered that freedom shall be for all. Freedom is not an individual property, individual asset, but freedom shall be all. And he started fighting, he started protesting, he started making processions to make his brother and sister and whole black community free. Okay. Next question. How did Mandela's hunger for freedom change his life? Mandela's hunger for freedom brought up many drastic changes in his life. Prior to the hunger for freedom, he was a simple, family-loving and law-abiding citizen. He just loved his family, wanted to stay with them, and he never thought that he was breaking any rule. But when he saw his brother and sister being oppressed, the black community being oppressed, he started to fight for them. And then there he understood that in South Africa one could not pursue both the obligations. One obligation for his family and second obligation for the society. If one is pursuing and completing the second obligations for society, he must be refrained from staying with his family. And since he had to become a criminal, a law-abiding person became a criminal without doing any crime, and he had to go underground several of times and lead his maximum part of life in twilight existence. And in that due to that hunger of freedom, he faced many obstacles, he did many struggles, but he was happy and he had a hope throughout the whole struggle, because he was fighting for a noble cause and he believed that love existed in everybody, and one day it will win. So students, this is all about the question and answers of chapter number 2 of your book First Flight, and chapter name is A Long Walk to Freedom. I have already made a video on oral comprehension of this chapter and explanation of this chapter. If you have not seen them yet, I would recommend you to see it and then listen this video, so that you can easily write down your own question answers, okay, own answers for the questions in your own language, okay. And if you like my effort, I request you guys, everybody, to please like and subscribe my channel, as well as share it as much as you can, so that many students can be benefited sitting at their home. Till then, goodbye, take care.